Welcome back to Just One Question. And little did I think a year ago when we had our guest on for the first time that we would be turning to Riaz Meghji again a year later, still in a rather similar situation, still talking to each other via Zoom. But here we are, and Riaz has a brilliant book out, and he's a speaker through the virtual and the actual airwaves. So he is speaking in person again now, albeit one step at a time. And Riaz is an expert in probably the most important topic that we have right now, which is human connection. And again, little did I think it would be so important a year later still, but it is. We all desperately feel the fraying ties of human connections. We want to renew our favorite connections and our strongest connections, and we want to make new ones. And so here to tell us how to do all that is Riaz Meghji. Riaz, thank you for joining us. Tell us how you're doing, and then we'll get to the just one question.
Hey, Nick, thanks for having me back on. It is, before we started rolling, it's wild to think we were talking about this just over a year ago, about human connection, where we're going. Everybody was making predictions, myself included. And now there's still so many questions of where we're going. Thankfully, I've managed to stay healthy, and I'm hopeful of where we're going and what we've learned over the past year.
Excellent. Thank you. So just one question for you, because I know you can take it. And that is, Riaz, what are you excited about these days? What are you looking forward to?
The biggest thing, and I love this question because in the work of human connection, what are you looking forward to? What are you creating? Really taps into the emotion of where people are at. And for me, the thing that I've learned, and I credit you for this connection you made for me in the past year with thought leader Glenn Yopes. And his work, what I'm looking forward to right now is this shift. Like in the last 18 months, we've been in this age and era of isolation. I feel like now we're taking huge step forwards into this era of personalization. And I know Glenn's work is all about this. And what I've seen working with companies, what gets me excited, what gets me hopeful is the customization going on. The fact that there's no more one size fits all approach to how we're communicating, how we're connecting, how we're doing events. I'll give you an example. I was working with a great company down south, True Network Advisors, and they were almost forward thinking of what they would do to create experiences where their CEO pre-pandemic said, I need to hire a video editor because any conference, and especially he did this before virtual conferences were essentially our thing across the board. He wanted to create moments before the conference began. So he would act out in these skits with his team. They were fun, they were light, they were connective. And some of them, replicated a cold open for Saturday Night Live. And I thought, this is amazing. This is what we need because the virtual space has become an element of broadcasting. And if we want to do it well, how do we personalize it for the group watching? How do we create that unpredictability? How do we create that element of entertainment to make them smile, make them laugh, make them listen, and hopefully have them learning? So I'm really hopeful and excited about the personalization I see leaders and companies taking on and the detail and work they're doing to provide unique experiences, keynotes. Hey, interview the leaders, ask them the questions to unlock that barrier, show the human side. I think there's some great work happening, and I love being in this space of just connecting people and showing a different side of that leader or that team altogether.
Riaz Meghji, the art and necessity of human connection, and in a way that feels personalized, that feels real, that feels like a genuine connection, as opposed to something that is just broadcast out to the millions. Wonderful point, and hat tip to Glenn Yopes. I'm going to have to get him clearly on just one question. Thanks for the additional assignment, Riaz.
Tell him I say hi. He's a good man. He's a good man.
Exactly. Thank you so much for being on just one question. And I must say, I want to see you again, but I really hope that we're not doing this again a year from now saying, gee, I wonder what the future is. So fingers crossed that the next time we meet, it can be in person and we can have a discussion about how things are all happening again face to face. But in the meantime, Riaz is doing a heck of a job virtually. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nick. Next time, dinner's on me in person, at least 5 questions. It's going to be a powerful conversation. Love you for doing this. Thank you.